So I was just hanging out at my tree up on top, cleaning some stuff up, getting ready for a day's work when Kevan or Kevan showed up.
So it feels like an age has passed since I started this, but finally it is done and I stand back to admire my work and I can barely read it. So from the side here it doesn't look so good, so I put down this little sign Dig4Hire. If we go to the front here you can see it looks pretty cool. And it's a strange looking little building. I think it looks better from the inside than the out.
Yeah, the interior is pretty nice. This is a version on ItsFozzy's plot on the XPD server. It's a replica of Dig4Hire, slightly more space to occupy. I put in the shelves and a bottle of, I think is it haste? And, no, the enchanted book is probably haste. I don't remember what the bottle of enchantment is. If you can recognize it, tell me, because I was up all night editing this, and I'm tired. But you see, this is our first completed effort, and you see there's a lot of empty space. Hi, Sergeant. What are you doing? We didn't try to represent the Dig4Hire on the side of the building because this representation is inside a shopping mall. However, that's very nice ASCII art, which I had to break in order to put down a redstone torch to light a lamp. We had forgotten to put lamps in. I went back and looked over our video.
And you know what? This is pretty good. It doesn't really block the view of what's going on behind at all, and then from other places you'll be able to see more of the hills as well, which is pretty cool, so I'm happy with that. Looks like I need to go up top and put down a couple of torches though. But let's go and have a look on the inside. Now the inside is the bit that I'm most pleased with, and that's what I got a lot of help from people on my server with. And if you wanted to know a little bit more about that,
And it came back in the middle of the night to add some touches. That lamp right there. We didn't have the lamps, the bookshelves, the jukebox. I put up the original painting. Put up wooden doors because that's what's in the original one. And he wanted it to look rustic and somewhat old-fashioned, so I put old-fashioned doors.
I thought that some people might ask. Usually when I mention it I see some comments. I tend to tweet out when I'm doing little things on my server, so I just tweeted out that I needed some help and some people came along and we just kind of jammed and came up with this right here. So if you want to be involved, just follow me on Twitter, you know. I tend to delete my tweets after I've put them out as well, because I don't really want to leave a load of spam on there. You know, once I'm done on the server, I delete my tweet and move on. But anyway, enough rambling about that. Let's talk about this place right here. So I wanted something that was kind of cozy, a little bit rustic, you know, something from a different era, not something very modern. And this, I feel, is just right. You know, it's quite nice. We've got a little bit of detail with the buttons, and we've got the clay going on. So the colours, it's not very colourful in here, but it's nice. I like it.
I was so nervous I couldn't even figure out which color hardened clay to use. I didn't know hardened clay was just a color. I think the carpet on that piston is supposed to be red. I snuck in a map of the mall itself and a map of the tree that we're working on.
So you got this desk area over here. This bit up here is daylight sensors, in case you're wondering, which now I know are very easy to break without using a tool. And let's just pick that up and put that back. And we got some tripwire hooks, like coat hangers, you know, a few little details here and there. Don't really need to go into that too much.
In the empty lot across the way, Kevan has put a duplicate of the original Dig4Hire.
And then over here it says Dig4Hire. Hire a Xisuma to dig out an area for you. Leave an offer in the dropper under the checkout, and that is over there.
And I kept running back and forth, making sure that I was using the right colors of wood and other construction materials, but I was working so fast I didn't get the details.
And then it says books for writing offers in this chest. Now I've only got 4 at the moment, so I will fill that up.
The extra space I put in this little workbench in the middle, and there's an extra chest there. And rather than putting in books, since they don't stack, I put in materials for making books so that people can leave orders.
there's actually quite a lot I now need to do in between episodes. I've got to tidy up all of this mess you can see in my inventory. I've got chests over there, and I also need to go to the nether and get some glowstone. I now have like very little glowstone, so I need to make a trip over there. But there it says deposit request, so there is a dropper.
I'd never made a laptop before. It's a little tricky.
And there's hoppers that send those items into this chest back here. And then we got a little computer as well, which is pretty cool.
I even reproduced the painting on the laptop. That took a while.
And there are some info signs as well. So info, digging services cover all tool maintenance. Info, digging service keeps all blocks from the dig. And I know that has one L, but it was all block or all blocks, L blocks. Yeah, because of the limit. So
I managed to fit the L in.
yep, that's that right there. It's a nice cozy little shop. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. And I don't know what else to say about it really. That is probably going to be pretty much it for this episode.
It's my favorite building that Xuma's ever made because it's grindy stuff. It's a representation of the grindy work that people have to do to make things happen on in Minecraft. So I kept running back and forth from that empty lot where there was a copy of the original Dig4Hire to the plot, which was just grass, and nervous and scared and a little bit shaky and hoping I was doing things right, but we got through it. And over here is my store. You know how much I love jack-o'-lanterns. So, and I put a sunbathing area on the roof. I'm from Los Angeles. Any chance you can have a garden and a sunbathing area on the roof, you go for it. So apparently, the pumpkin business is quite lucrative. I made the shades over the lounges in orange sherbet colors. I like those lounges better because two people can be in them at the same time, or one person very sprawled out. It's a lot more relaxed, and I like the shades I built better than umbrellas because they're not as big and clunky as the shade umbrellas made of whole blocks of wool. I tried to keep the colors in the orange and yellow range up here on the roof. And so I ended up going way taller than anybody else because I planted acacia trees. Oops. So these are people on the server who've been invited to ItsFozzy's plot to help build a mall. This is ItsFozzy's project. A community build. And I got to be part of it, and I got to have a shop in it. And of course the chunks won't load. See, even the refrigerated truck trailers pulled up in the back to unload merchandise. That's cool. That's a nice detail. With refrigeration units on top. I wish the street had loaded better. All the vehicles on the road. Even a locksmith's truck. And some poor little goober with a pull cart to sell hamburgers on the side of the road. The little weird blocks you're seeing are called micro blocks. They're like player heads, about the size of flower pots. And they're textured to look like various things, some of them in the game and some of them just made up, like peaches and sushi and that sort of thing. But I'm getting into using them. They're a handy decorative device. It's kind of sad, you know, this rustic little adobe cottage doesn't translate very well into mall, but you know, nothing ever does translate very well into mall. Pay attention to details. Notice that the jungle leaves are put on top of a potted cactus. That was in the original that Kevan brought us. This shop is faithfully replicated with enhancements and embellishments relative to larger size. ItsFozzy, R. Riverstone. Postscript, next page. Returned after viewing video Hermitcraft blah 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 Dig4Hire, in which I noted We missed some important details such as laptop signage, paintings, lamps, bookshelves, half slabs, and other minutiae. Personal note, I appreciate grinders and community organizers. This is my favorite of all of Xuma's builds. It's been an honor restoring it to the XPD server. Thanks, Kevan. I'd hug you, but my arms don't bend. GrannyGamer1. So let's just do a little fly through. It's got piston doors. For some reason, I didn't video the fact that it had of me walking through the piston doors. They're very nice. They're made out of acacia and black glass. The back wall is black glass and live pumpkins growing. I really like my lounge chairs. Those are air conditioners made out of jack-o'-lanterns, so if we ever did get night, which we don't on this server, the rooftop would be lit fairly decently. These are half slabs anyway, so I don't think we'd get any cootie spawn. Although, yeah, it's the kind of half slab where cooties can spawn. Nice little Japanese style heated tub. Barbecue. All the comforts of home. Getting wealthy selling pumpkins and pumpkin products. There's some micro blocks. And here's access to inside of the shop. I did the floors in acacia and dark oak to vaguely represent orange and black without the harshness of orange and black. That colored stained glass on the side there is just the smile of a jack-o'-lantern. And the things you need to sell pumpkins, to grow pumpkins, are for sale. I have an added chest with the diamond axes, diamond hoes, diamond axes and diamond hoes, pumpkin products. Had to put a fence around the water because people kept going in there and changing their mode to survival and drowning in the water on purpose. I don't understand. So the first thing I put in was the floor with every 5 blocks in both directions, north, south, east, west. Every 5 blocks there was a recessed jack-o'-lantern with a block of black glass over the top. There's the piston door that I helped build. I asked somebody to teach me how, because I'm determined I'm going to learn redstone. Bow before me, for I am your goddess. So there's a little dark story subtext to this shop. And I plan to put in sort of like an ATM, an automatic transaction station. There's my mailbox, so that people can come in, they put their payment in a box, a chest that goes to a dropper, and then whatever they want to buy comes out. So I've got plenty of room under the floor to make little dropper hopper thingamajigs. The stained glass jack-o'-lantern smile. And there she is. Not the biggest shop in the mall, but hey, I sell pumpkin and pumpkin products. How big does it have to be? It was a little scary, you know, having Kevan and ItsFozzy watching me work as fast as I could, me running back and forth here to collect details. I'm pretty proud of the fact that I'm the one who remembered that it needed buttons and it needed tripwire hooks for coat hooks. So that's what I did yesterday. Pretty proud of it. Have a good day. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.